Welcome to the stream. So in this one, as you can see, I've already got a couple of things here. So what I've already done here is import OS. So I've need OS to go through the path and stuff like that. So as you can see here with the base directory, we're getting the path directory name, and then inside the directory name, we're getting the real path of the current file. So this here being functions.py, we're getting the actual path of the functions file, not the actual path name of the file, if that makes any sense. So it'll be, all the way up. So user lib ArcoLinux news is what base directory is going to be, and working directory is, this is a little bit more complicated. I normally copy and paste this from file to file. So we're using path lib and importing path. So here we're going to join the two paths together here in this array. So the first part of the path is going to go back 2 places in the parent directory. So here we're in ArcoLinux news, so it's going to go back to lib, back to user, and then from there we're joining the next path, which is share ArcoLinux news. So then we're moving forwards to share and then forwards to ArcoLinux news. So we're going back to the user directory here, and then we're going forwards to the news directory here to the news file. So what I'm going to say is this is some kind of, and then we're going to use the B tags, and we're going to say news. So this will be testing it out. Also here we're going to create a new file called gui.py, and we're going to create another file called ArcoLinux-news.py. So this will be our main one. So what we're going to do is going to say import GI, because we're going to need that to set the GDK version, and then we're going to say from gi.repository import GTK. So we've done that. Now we come down, we're just going to say class, and we're going to say ArcoLinux news, so ALN. I'm just going to say gdk.window, because that's the kind of application we're doing. Then we're just going to say def __ init, and in brackets we're going to bring in self, and then under that we're just going to do super, and that's going to be ALN and self. That's going to be dot init, and that's going to be title equals ArcoLinux news stream. Oh, it's not really a stream, so we're just going to say news like that. So that's the initializing done. Then we're going to say if __ name __ equals __ main __. Then we're going to say w for window equals ALN, then w.showAll, so we show the actual application window, and GDK main. Alright, so this should be the first part of the application done, so we should get an application window. So let's fire up the terminal, and we're just going to navigate to user lib ArcoLinux news, and we're going to run it with Python 3 because that's what we're using, and that's going to be ArcoLinux news. There we go, so we've got our application. So as you see here, get rid of that. Use GI, this is what I normally copy and paste this, and we need to put that above that. And this is only for my linter, so I don't get the little warnings. And now we've done that, so we're going to import, import functions as fn. So what this is going to do, I can reference the function with the fn command. like that, and we're going to say self.sets default size, and we're going to say let's go 500 wide by 300 high. And what we're going to do here is we're going to connect the main function to the delete event, and that's going to be connected to GTK main quit. Alright, now let's run the application again. There's a nice size to it. Close the application, and now it closes. Perfect. So now we need to fetch the news. So now we've got the working directory. Let's create a function and we'll say fetch news. Now how are we going to do this? Let's roll a cigarette while I think about this. So what we want to do, just in case there's more than one file, we want to fetch the news from multiple files. So what I might actually do is let's return an array. Yes, alright. Let's roll a cigarette, a thinking cigarette, and then we'll return an array. So each array element will contain the absolute path of the file. So then we can have a populate function, which I'll show you in GTK will make it dynamic. So we'll have to add a scroll window or scroll windowed element widget, and then go from there. So what we're going to do is going to say items equal x for x in OS path OS list directory, and that'll be working directory. Yeah, that'll be working directory. And that'll be if actually, we'll say dot news in X. Alright. And then we're just going to say so that'll be return items. So we'll put a try around that. And we'll just return an empty array. Alright, so that's fetch news. And what we're going to do here is print fn.fetchNews and see what comes about it. Alright, so we've got ArcoLinux news down here. Not sure if you can see that. Let's have a quick ganzer. Bring that up a little bit for you. So we've got ArcoLinux.news, so we've got one news file that we're going to read. Alright, let's get on to the GUI part of it actually. Actually, we don't need to do that. And go def GDK, and we'll pass just for now. And here we'll actually import the GUI. And here we'll say GUI, and that'll be self GDK FN for the function. Items equals that, so we get that. And then we'll say vbox equals gdk dot box, and that'll be orientation equals gdk dot orientation. Vertical with the spacing. I normally do 10, but this time I'm going to do 20 because we're separating the news in them. So we'll say scroll window equals gdk dot scrolled window. That's what we're after. And then we're just going to say sw dot add vbox. And then we're going to say self dot add scroll window. Alright, now we're going to populate everything into the virtual box. So what we're going to do is I'm going to say for file in fn no, we can't do it that way. For file and items, Yeah, I might have to have a look here where I've read a file. I can't remember. I think I've done it with open. Where have I used it? Yeah, with open, I've done that, yeah. Alright, I've got it right, so I don't know why it's not showing me. What if I just do read? Yeah, f.read. Alright, let's try that. Syntax error. With. There we go. Alright, this is some kind of... okay. So now with open, so we've got the file. And now we need the file name. We're going to say name. Oh no, we'll just use file. And we'll remove the rest of it. So now we're going to say... we're going to have VirtualBox. We're going to add to the VirtualBox each section. So we're going to say hbox. No, we're going to need another VirtualBox. So vbox1 equals, let's copy and paste. Don't want to have to write it all out again. This one's going to be 10. And then we're going to have label equals gdk.label. This is going to be the top label, so we want that to be x-aligned equals 0, so it's all the way to the edge. And set markup, and that's going to be file.replace, and that'll be .news with nothing. And we're going to copy that, and it's going to be lines. And then we're going to say vbox1 pack start. Okay, let's try that. ArcoLinux is a title. Okay, so our title wants to be there we go. Oops, can't do that. Why can't we do that? Size attribute, size 60 pixels. Should be an integer. Nope. Expected a quote mark. That worked. But it's not showing the label. Why? Maybe it's ridiculously big. So let's go 30. No, still not showing it. Alright, I worked this out once before. Okay, let's go back here. Ah, that's right. There it is. Forgot the 1000. Okie dokie. So that's done. Now what we need to do is it's padding top and bottom. We don't want padding top and bottom. Oh, yeah, we do. There we go, now it's off the edge. Alright, that's what we're after. Now let's try... So it's not really going to be in sections, is it? So what we're going to need is... I think that's right. What am I getting here? Assertion... Okay. Ah. There we go. Now we need to add... Where are we? I think that's right, and I think that's right. Yeah. Alright, so now it's all going to be separated like that. So, ArcoLinux news, new file, version 20.5.12 maybe? Something special in the neighborhood. Who you gonna call? ArcoLinux. Alright, let's try it. Alright, so it's only showing the one. Ooh! We didn't add news. Didn't add news to the end of it. There we go. Alright. So now I've got to work out how. That spacing's probably a little bit too much. So if we've got padding, we can remove the spacing. No, need that spacing, but we can remove this spacing because we've got the padding down here of 10 pixels, which will give us 20 between the two. There we go. Alright. So that's populating quite nice, but Don't know, something I'll have to think about. Anywho, I might leave it at that, and yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully you guys learned something here, but I don't know how I'm going to work out how to get that to the top, so I might have to sort the array alphabetically maybe, or numerically. Let's try something. Alright, so 10's at the top. Oh well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video when I've worked out how to unsort, reverse sort. Anyway, I don't know, I'll work something out. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.